Hello, my name is Samsarah Morgan. I am a 51-year-old mother of 5 grown sons. I have 2 beautiful grandchildren and another on the way. And I'm a resident of the city of Oakland, California for 23 years now. I am making this video because I am heartsick and appalled at what has taken place in my city this week. In the early morning hours of Tuesday, the 25th of this month, Oakland police stormed the encampment known as Oakland Occupy. And I am one of the founding persons of a beautiful area of that encampment that was known, and it is known, and will forever be known, as the Occupy Oakland Children's Village. I wanted to make this video because, as seems to be the case, if you were not there, you have no concept of what it could be. I certainly didn't. I certainly have been a politically active person and an engaged parent, and certainly stood in solidarity with people all around the world who had to endure police oppression. But this was a new and amazing and terrifying experience for me. The force with which the police stormed the encampment that morning was beyond excessive. And I want to personally say that there were statements from the police that there were no children in the camp when they did what they did. I know that there were families who were there who had children. Whether the children were removed before the police actually stormed or were physically present when the storming took place, and there is live stream video that when you listen to it, you hear children, you hear a baby crying in the background. It's irrelevant. If children were frightened from their sleep and had to run for their lives, that's traumatizing. If that happened to a single child, that's inappropriate. For a situation where at the very least you could consider the campers there as squatters or trespassers, although how they could be squatters or trespassers in their own city park is, up to debate, and I would debate that. What affected me even more was later on in the day, after the community was rocked by the vicious assault on this camp and the inhabitants there. Our community gathered at 4 o'clock at our main library, and a decision was made to protest the fact that 105 people had been arrested. And the group took off. It was quite a large group, I would say, 1,000 or more people, who decided that they would walk to the main police station and to address our grievances there, as we have the right to do as American citizens, to peaceably assemble, to move in numbers, and to address our government in any way, shape, or form. I mean, that's what I had been taught in school. So I was in the crowd. Actually, I made a short speech at this gathering because I was concerned over the 4 children whom I knew were living in that encampment, and at that point I had no understanding of where they were, if they were safe. So I made it my business to say something about that. This group moved to go to the main police station, and as we walked, perhaps maybe a block ahead of me at some point, the crowd started to pull back. People started to run. There was loud popping sounds and into the air, and the air filled with smoke. I was there as we've been walking along. I am a counselor, a midwife, hypnotherapist. I'm very engaged in the family lives of a lot of Oakland residents. I'm blessed in that capacity. I was walking along. I saw many of my clients, pregnant women, moms, dads, with their kids on their shoulders, babes in arms, in this crowd with me, as the air was filling up with horrible, noxious, toxic, cancer-causing tear gas. Now, some say that there was something said about someone having thrown paint on the policeman. While this is very uncomfortable, I can imagine it's uncomfortable to have paint tossed at you. I would like to invite the police, whoever policeman had to bear the indignity of paint on his uniform, to have tear gas explode in front of him. And I want to know if those two experiences are in any way equivalent. I think not. I think not. There was no safe regard for humanity on the streets of Oakland that day. And as I said, the woman walking directly with me, we had a 10-year-old child with us, so we had to make really extreme evasive actions while coughing, while trying not to vomit, to escape that area and get the young girl with us to safety. We understand, and I know, I saw another dose of, this mom and I had taken refuge in the Marriott Hotel, and we kind of regrouped and got a bite to eat, saw to the child with us, rinsed out her eyes, make sure that got a meal and tried to process what we had just gone through. We were devastated that this had happened in the middle of the street in the downtown area of a major metropolitan American city. As we finished our meal and recovered, and left the Marriott, we left that area just in time to hear the police warning the crowd again that they had 1 minute before force would be used against them. And very quickly, the air again filled up with tear gas, and the streets were full of people running. This was beyond excessive force used against American citizens. It's taken me several days to recover from the physical effects of the tear gas being ingested into my body. I grieve for anyone who had to go through that. I grieve for people all around the world. I have a profound knowing in my body now. When I hear the word tear gas being used, it's no longer going to be an abstract concept to me. It's real. I know what that's about. And I grieve for any family who's had to experience it, any person who's had to experience it. It is torture. It's not some benign thing that one does to make someone be a good guy or gal and listen to the cops. It assaults your body. It assaults your mind. It assaults your soul. And I have to also express some really personal anger towards the mayor of the city, Mayor Kwan. I voted for you, Mayor Kwan. I voted for you, and my granddaughter and I took tremendous joy and pride in the fact that you were a woman of color, a progressive woman, the first woman of color, first Asian American mayor of a large American city. And I'm appalled that this happened under your watch. And I don't. It's not okay to say that you didn't know what was happening. You're the mayor. Who else should know what is happening? And I appreciate very much that you attempted to apologize to Occupy Oakland. I can't speak for Occupy Oakland. I can only speak for myself, in that your apology, I think that you need to show up at Occupy Oakland on a nightly basis until the people there have the space to be able to hear what you have to say. And I think it would be best for you to ally yourself with your citizens as opposed to sticking your police force on your citizens. You were known for progressive thought, and this is a terrible, terrible disappointment to many, many, many people. Protecting the police when they behave this way is no way to govern. Your police behaved with dishonor. I am very sorry that this has happened in my city. I'm also very grateful that it appears to have been a rallying point, that more people are involved in Occupied Oakland, and more people are looking into their souls and realizing that We need to have a government that speaks for us. We need to have a government that is on our side and not on the side of the powers that be and big corporations and big banks. I am a very fortunate African American woman. I live in Oakland. I own a home here. I've been blessed to raise children here. I'm originally a New Yorker, so I was very, very proud that this started in my hometown. And I'm very, very proud of my participation in my new hometown, in my grandchildren's home, definitely my grandchildren's hometown. I give prayers and blessings for us all, and I wanted to have my word and my testimony be out there in the wide world of sports, so that we never forget what happened on that day, and that we hold our police and our government truly accountable to us. This should never have happened. It should never happen again. I'm sad that it happened here, but Oakland is revolutionary turf, so maybe this will be a point of greater healing and greater awareness for all of us. That's my prayer, at least. Thanks so much.